Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous fragrance video, and if you're new here, welcome. In this video I'm going to share with you the heavy hitter or stronger, more gourmand fruity fragrances that I will be wearing this fall. These are fruity fragrances that are really not for the summer. If you wear them in the summer, you would have to wear them at nighttime, but these are more suitable for the fall weather where it's not super cold but cold. They can stand up to cold weather. They have amazing performance, so they are heavy hitters. So that's why I'm wearing them in the fall time. And I have some fragrances that are very new to my collection in here this time around that I'm very excited to wear, and some oldies but goodies also in the lineup. But these are the fruity gourmand heavy hitter fragrances that I will be wearing this fall. So if you want to find out what they are, just keep watching. So before I get started with my fruity gourmand heavy hitter lineup, I want to remind you that I have changed my upload schedule to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Okay, so remember that. I used to upload Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 9 a.m. But I have decided to change it to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays just because it seems more convenient for me and for you all. And many of you are online watching videos, and many of you prefer those days. I did a poll and you answered and said, majority of you said that it didn't matter to you what day I uploaded, but quite a few of you said, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday would work better at 9 a.m. Eastern time because I'm on the East Coast. So remember that Monday, Wednesday, Saturday at 10 in the morning, not 9, but 10 in the morning. So I'm testing it out. I will see. I will upload for a while and see if it works out. If it doesn't, I'll go back to my old schedule. But I wanted to test this out to see if it works out better for you and for me. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Take a minute to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way, if you forget what my schedule is, you will at least get a notification and it'll remind you to watch my videos. Otherwise, you might just forget about it, and then next thing you know, you completely lose track of it. So make sure to subscribe so that you don't forget, that you will get reminded with notifications. Not just subscribe, but also hit the notification bell so that they will send you a notification when I upload. Otherwise, you won't get any notifications at all. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well, and TikTok. I just started a TikTok account. I've had it for a while, but I wasn't uploading. I just started to upload. So yeah, help me out and follow me there as well. So you guys, there are fruity fragrances, fruity gourmand fragrances that work in warm weather, and there are ones that work very well in cold weather. Usually the ones that work really well in cold weather are the ones that are a little bit better in performance, last longer, project really well, has an enormous sillage, a bit stronger, a bit more potent. They're the ones that work better in the cold weather. Some of the fruity fragrances are so strong that they could choke people if you wear them in the summertime or when the weather is too hot, the weather is warm, they could choke people. So these are the kind of fruity fragrances that you want to pick for the fall time. And I like to wear fruity fragrances in fall more than in winter. For winter, I tend to pick more, gourmand fragrances, but they're a little bit different type of gourmand fragrances. And I also like very heavy, strong, musky fragrances for winter as well. So there's a different set of fragrances that I like to wear in winter time, especially my fruity gourmand fragrances, the strong, potent ones, I like to wear in fall. So a perfect example for a very fall-like fruity gourmand is in my hands. This is a weird one. This is as fruity as it is ambery and warm, spicy, and kind of balsamic too. Doesn't that sound odd to you? Like, usually you don't get fruity with balsamic or spicy, warm spicy, right? This, I gotta say, one of the most interesting and weird fragrances in my collection. I still consider it weird, although I've come to really love it. To be honest, when I first got this, I didn't love it. It's actually, my husband smelled it on my skin when I first sprayed it, and he thought, oh, that's really nice. It's different, you know, it's very different. And it's like, well, you know, okay, he likes it, but I wasn't convinced. But then I started playing with it and I started to really appreciate it. Unfortunately, by the time I started to appreciate it, the season had already passed for it, you know, and then I had to wait until this fall to wear it again. And this fall, I'm definitely going to wear it. It's very interesting. It's very unique and different. This is, of course, Xerjoff Dolce Amalfi. Oh my goodness, you guys. This one is a weirdo, I tell you. It's gorgeous and delicious, but it's very odd in a good way, okay? So there may be some of you who don't like this, and there'll be some of you who absolutely love it. I would say majority of you would love it. It's not your, you know, love at first sniff kind of fragrance, but then you realize it's one of the most unique fragrances you ever smell in your life. Very different. It's very super warm spicy, like super spicy. There are like sharp, very spicy, like warm spices in here, like cloves and cardamom, super spicy. But then it has that juicy, like squishy quince, you know, the fruit, that weird yellow odd fruit. I've only like smelled it once in my life. It doesn't have a lot of flavor, like, I don't know. It's this weird fruit. So you get quince and things like cloves together in the opening, I think with a hint of saffron. So and then there's apples as well. So there is a huge amount of clove in the middle, which makes it super spicy. And to make it even odder, it's actually also balsamic, because there's tolo balsam in here and a little bit smoky from the incense. So you get what I mean. So this is a very much a fruity fragrance, but it's also a very balsamic, ambery, or there's lots of amber in it too. Balsamic, ambery, warm, spicy as well. But it's also fruity because of the quince. And that quince, you can smell that. It's that fruitiness to me is very, very prominent, plus the warm spice. So more than the balsamic and the smoky aspect of it, it's the fruitiness and the warm spice you smell the most. And in the base, you get that like massive dose of vanilla, because there's vanilla and tonka bean in the base. And it also has a huge, huge dose of amber. It's a very ambery fragrance. There's, you know, of course, there's woody notes and musk, which everything has. So yeah, it's very odd. It's very unique. And I like it because of that. And this fall, I'm definitely going to reach for this. It sat in my collection for almost a year, but I didn't get to really appreciate it, really use it. Last fall, by the time I opened my mind to it, last fall had passed. I had worn it quite a few times, but not enough, okay? So this time, I am definitely going to reach for it. This is a Dolce Amalfi by Xerjoff. And this is another one that has sort of that, it's fruity, but it's also kind of herbally, kind of sexy. There's a sexiness to this, you know, like that. It's fruity, but it's not quite a summertime fragrance for daytime, really, because there's something, I don't know, a little bit deeper than just juicy fruity. There's this herbally sexiness to it too. This is 20 Years by Mikolov. This is a fruity fragrance that work in the fall time as well. This is a fruity fragrance that I like to wear specifically in fall time more than even summer nights, I would say. I would wear this summer nights and in the fall, anytime in the fall, day or night. Yeah, loads of fruits in the opening, all kinds of fruits. It has this herbaliness that really, really work, you know, in the fall time with that, even though it's a fruity fragrance. So it also has, you know, obviously some citrus in the opening, some rose, there's jasmine, there's orange blossom, there's all kinds of floral notes. But I have a feeling this has Davana, you guys, because it has that Davana kind of sexy herbaliness. So yeah, it's got loads of vanilla in the base, a little hint of patchouli and some woody notes. Very much a fall time fruity fragrance for me, or summer nighttime fragrance. 20 years by Mikolov. Or by the way, for both Mikolov fragrances, I have a discount code down in the description box for you guys. So there are two fragrances here that I used to love to wear, or used to wear in the summertime, you know, just this past summer, but only at nighttime. These are summer nighttime fragrances to me, but I do like to wear these in the fall too, you know, any time of the day, like mainly nighttime, even in the fall, but I do wear it during the day too in the fall time. Now, one of these is Kajal Dahab. This one, oh, they're very potent, you guys. It's like a punch in the face. This will choke people if you try to wear this during warm summer days. Do not. These have tropical fruity notes which make you kind of think, oh, it's a summertime fragrance. No, 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 no. If you wear it in the summertime, only wear it at nighttime. It will choke people. They're strong. They will punch you in the face. Potent, with kind of almost like a Middle Eastern flair to this fragrance. You know how Middle Eastern fragrances tend to be pretty potent. You get your like money's worth, you know. So it's kind of like that, this fragrance. It opens with some apple, some bergamot, but there's a very juicy, very strong passion fruit note in here, which I absolutely love. And there are loads of other fruity notes that they have not revealed. There's some woody notes, some woody notes. And there's some amber here, a little bit of patchouli and musk. It's very strong. It's very potent to me, to my nose. So I really don't like to wear this during the day in warmer months at all. It's either a summertime night or a fall time kind of fragrance. Very strong fruity fragrance, Kajal Dahab. And the other one is Kajal Lamar, the other strong punch you in the face fruity fragrance. I mean, it's very strong, okay? You want to wear this at nighttime, honestly. Even in the fall, I prefer to wear these at nighttime. It has like a juicy, juicy pineapple note in the opening, and you can smell it. There's loads of rose in this fragrance. Rose is a very big thing. There are some spicy notes in here. It's got a lot of rose, Bulgarian and Turkish rose. There's some white florals like jasmine and magnolia and stuff like that. There is a lot of vanilla in the base, woody notes, lots of amber, a little bit of oak moss even. Yeah, it's a very strong, 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 strong fruity fragrance. It smells like a very kind of strong Middle Eastern fragrance with a fruity punch. More than a fruity burst, it's a fruity punch. Okay, it's very fruity but very potent, very strong. It will choke people if you wear it in the warm weather. So this is one I like to pull out now more often in the fall time than summertime. So this fall time, I'll be pulling those out and probably not wear them as much in the summertime unless I wear them at night. This next fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances to wear in the fall time. It even looks like a pumpkin, but it has nothing to do with pumpkins. But this one, you guys, is a very sweet fruity gourmand. It's like the sweetest fruity gourmand ever. This one is Lolita Land by Lolita Lempicka. I really love this one. Oh goodness, this fragrance is potent. It's strong. It's got this Bellini note, which is a gourmand sweet note in the opening, with a bunch of really juicy like citrus notes. There's mandarin orange, there's lemon, and all kinds of, there's a citrusy opening to this with a hint of spice. Actually, there's a kick from the black pepper in the opening. So as you can see, this is definitely more of a fruity fragrance with a punch. This has loads and loads and loads and loads of florals, white florals like jasmine, there's magnolia, there's rose, there's all sorts of florals in here. This has a lot of blackcurrant. There's a blackcurrant note, that juicy burst of blackcurrant in the middle with the juicy pear. So it's a very juicy fruity fragrance. And in the base you get like a lot of vanilla. You have, I think, vanilla and benzoin. and then you have sandalwood, you have musk, like the typical stuff really in the base. But it's a very strong, very like, it's a juicy, it's a fruity fragrance, but it's very sweet and a little bit syrupy, and it's a little bit, it's got a little kick in the opening with that black pepper. It's something that it's really what you smell the most is the sweetness and the fruitiness. So it's a sweet, fruity fragrance. That Bellini in the opening makes it so sweet, so yummy, and the vanilla and the benzoin in the base. It is very much a sweet, fruity fragrance with a little bit of a kick, you know. So I like to wear this in the fall time, Lolita Olympica, Lolita Land. Then I have a new fragrance, a fragrance new to my collection. So this one I just got, and actually I thought this was going to be a good one for summer nights. Well, it is, but also it's a great one for fall because it's a strong and very potent fruity fragrance. Yes, it has 1 or 2 tropical fruity notes, but that doesn't mean it's like a summer daytime fragrance, okay? It's super potent, super strong, so I'm pulling this out this fall. It is Cassiopeia by Tiziana Terenzi. This one, oh, so strong. It's a very strong fragrance with a very beautiful passion fruit note. It's passion fruity, floral, and musky, really. That's what you smell the most. But that passion fruit note in the opening is very obvious, very present. And it kind of lasts throughout the fragrance, not just in the opening. You get a little bit of a green hint with cassis, which is the leaves of the blackcurrant. There is even some fern, I think, which is odd. There's some citruses in the opening, obviously, like every fragrance. There's lily of the valley, there's rose, there's carnation, I think. All sorts of florals, let's just say, in the middle. And there's a lot of tonka bean in the base with sandalwood and musk. It's very strong. It smells like a very strong fruity fragrance, fruity, floral, musky, I want to say, but more than anything it's fruity, and it's the passion fruit note that dominates this fragrance. It's very, very, very present, but it smells like a synthetic passion fruit note. Like it's got that sort of synthetic vibes. As you know, Tiziana Terenzi fragrances tend to have that kind of like Montal fragrances, but not to that extent maybe. They do have a lot of natural ingredients they use as well, but it has that sort of like strong, potent, almost synthetic DNA. So yeah, this is very strong. It's, you know, passion fruit is the king in here. This is Cassiopeia by Tiziana Terenzi. So another one I have in my hands is actually a Gourmand fragrance, but it's a fruity Gourmand fragrance. This one is as fruity as it is other kind of Gourmand, you know. This one has like chocolate and hazelnut and stuff as well, but it's very much fruity also. It's got a very juicy blackcurrant note in the opening. For example, this is Diesel Lavado's Red Kiss. Yeah, it's very sugary. It literally has sugar as a note, I think, in the opening. A juicy blackcurrant note. There's apple in here, some citruses. So the fruity aspect of it is quite prominent. But it is a sort of a, I don't want to say dense, because of the blackcurrant it keeps it from being too dense. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say this also has apricot, so it's super fruity, lots of apricot. So it has some white florals, I think like orange blossom, but also has like heavier notes like cacao powder, or is it cacao or cacao powder, and hazelnut. So it's got a little nutty hint. It's got amber, a lot of it, a little hint of patchouli, but very hard to notice the patchouli. Yeah, very fruity and very gourmand fragrance, and it's perfect for fall time. Very kind of long lasting, strong, potent fragrance that you will choke people if you wore it in the summertime. So yeah, that's Diesel Lavado's Red Kiss. So next I have a very beautiful fruity fragrance, super fruity fragrance. That's a flanker to an original that I also like to wear in the fall time, which is Girl of Now by Elisab. Now this one is Elisab Girl of Now Forever. This one has loads of strawberry, making it super juicy and fruity. But it is also kind of you know, heavier, or I guess I don't want to say dense. It's not really dense, but it's a heavier, more strong fruity fragrance that I think work better in actually some I would say fall through spring more than summer. And if you wear it in the summer, wear it more like at nighttime. It's a little bit stronger, you know, than your average sort of fruity fragrance. This has a lot of raspberries, a lot of it. There's blackcurrant, which is also fruity and juicy. Some rose, there's orange blossom, just like the original. Little bit of almond, of course, that DNA, the Girl of Now DNA, the almond is going to be there. But the almond in here is not as noticeable as in the original Girl of Now. Almost unnoticeable. Lots of vanilla. There's a lot of musk, some patchouli. And yeah, so it's a strong fruity fragrance that you can wear all year round, really. But I like to wear this in the fall time too, during the day. It's a stronger fruity fragrance that I like to wear during the day, even in fall time. So yeah, this is Girl of Now Forever. Good performance, can stand up to the cold weather in the fall. So next I have a fragrance that's really, really super strong. It's super strong fruity fragrance. I would not recommend this for summertime, daytime wear at all. If you wear this in the summertime, make sure to wear it at nighttime. I stopped wearing this in the summertime. I tried to wear it in the summertime. You know, it was too strong for summertime. So now I like to wear this in the fall, more like. It's not necessarily like a tropical fruity fragrance, but still I tried to wear it in the summertime. No, it's not good. This is something that I would say I definitely recommend for fall. This one is Angel Nova by Mugler. Oh my God, this thing, I'm gonna spray this one. This thing, strong fruity fragrance. And I would say wear it in the fall because it's super strong. Yeah, this has that lychee note. There's lots of raspberry. It's got some rose. It's got some vanilla, like, you know, base with benzoin. And it has oud. So because it has oud, I really feel it makes it super strong and sort of piercing. So it is a fragrance that can stand up to cold weather. Performance is excellent. It projects. It'll choke people if you wear it in the summertime. If you wear too much of it, especially. Wear it at nighttime if you wear it in the summertime. This is more appropriate for fall because of the oud and the strength of this fragrance, I think. Very fruity, raspberry, lychee kind of fragrance with some teeth, with that oud in the base, giving it like that strong woody base. Yeah, Angel Nova. Next I have another one that I would much rather wear in the fall because it's also kind of piercing and strong. This one is, it's got a sharp sort of opening too. This is Nishane Zen. I love it, but I like to wear it in the fall time. This doesn't see this. There's no pineapple revealed in the composition for this fragrance, but I can swear I smell pineapple. I really do. This has a juicy blackcurrant note in the opening, a little sour sharpness from the rhubarb. There's some citrus in here, some florals like rose and gardenia and stuff like that. And this has some sandalwood, lots of vanilla and musk. There's something really strong in here. I'm not really sure what's making it so sharp and piercing and strong. It is a beautiful fruity fragrance, but I wouldn't recommend it for warm weather. I really like to wear this in the fall time because of its strength. It's fruity and floral, but it's very kind of sharp, kind of strong fruity, you know? So yeah, it's Nishane Zen. Then we have Apple Brandy on the Rocks, another one I like to wear in the fall time. It's juicy, very juicy and very fruity, but it's strong, okay? This has got a booze note that kind of lends itself to, you know, kind of fall weather. This is a very much a unisex fragrance in my opinion. It smells really great on men too. This has got a lot of fruity notes like pineapple, there's apple, there is rum or brandy or both in it. I think rum and cognac both in it. It is very boozy. It's a boozy kind of appley, fruity fragrance. That juiciness comes from the pineapple mainly, lots of vanilla, some woody notes, of course musk. There's a little bit even ambroxan, I think, giving it that any juicy fragrance, you know, there's ambroxan, I feel like, or ambergris in the base, which adds to that juiciness of fragrances, because it has a little bit of like not a marine hint. I don't know how to explain it. You know, ambergris comes from the sperm whale's gut, right? So you get the idea. But there's a lot of woodiness, woody nuances to ambergris as well. So yeah, this has actually ambroxan, which is the synthetic version of ambergris. Yeah, really like to wear this in the fall time. Apple Brandy on the Rocks by Kilian. Then I have this one here, Madas Deux by Afnan. This is a very kind of, can't smell this one. Very kind of gourmand fruity fragrance. This has some slightly dense gourmand notes in here. This has a lot of fruits like strawberry, raspberry, even cherry. But then there's also, you know, heavier gourmand notes in here too, like dark chocolate. This has got some spices, lots of vanilla, some musk. There's some florals like gardenia and other white florals, a little bit of patchouli. It's super fruity, but it's also super kind of gourmand in other ways too, like the actual like sweet gourmand notes, like, you know, that category of gourmand notes that, you know, like the caramels, the chocolates, that sort of gourmand. So this one has chocolate in it. So it's kind of like a super fruity, but kind of a little bit more dense gourmand fragrance too, which I like to wear in the fall time. Madas Deux by Afnan. I have another fragrance that I like to wear in the fall time because it's a little bit of a stronger fruity fragrance. I like to wear this in spring too, but more like fall or summer nights. So yeah, this one is Valentina Pink. This one I'm gonna have to spray because you can't really smell it from the atomizer because of the way it is. This has like a juicy blackcurrant strawberry note. It's got rose, there's peony. It's beautiful, pretty floral, but like a rosy fragrance, but with a lot of berry notes. This also has thicker, more dense gourmand notes like praline. There's a lot of amber, you know, in this fragrance. So yeah, it's kind of heavier, and I like to wear this in the fall. And I like to wear it actually in early spring too, when the weather is kind of, you know, not too warm yet. This is, yeah, Valentina Pink. Another dense gourmand, but a fruity gourmand that I like is La Nuit Trésor, the original. Unlike the A La Folie and the Entons, this is a lot fruitier. This version is a lot fruitier. You can smell the fruity notes. This has actually fruity notes like passion fruit, which is like a very juicy fruity note. There's strawberry, there's, you know, like I said, oh, there's pear too, I think. There's like tangerine in the opening, which is a more syrupy, more sweet citrus, you know. Lots of juicy fruity notes in here with some dense gourmand notes like praline, and then there's also benzoin, vanilla, tonka bean, or no, coumarin I think. It's got all kinds of stuff. Oh, it also has caramel. Did I say caramel? Yeah, praline and caramel. So yeah, it is a denser, bit more thick, stronger gourmand fragrance that you would wear at nighttime if you wear it in warm weather. I don't recommend it for warm weather. I think this is a more of a fall fragrance through and through. But I would definitely say it's a fruity fragrance, but a very like a denser, a little bit more stronger fruity gourmand that's perfect for fall time. This is La Nuit Trésor, the original. Then I have one of my newest additions to my collection. I'm very excited to wear this. Well, one reason I'll be wearing it this fall is because I just got it and I'll be wearing it in the fall. And it is actually quite nice in performance that it can hold up to the colder weather in fall. It's a beautiful gourmand fruity fragrance. This one is a lot more gourmand than the original and the other flankers. You know what I'm talking about. This is Burberry Her Elixir. This one has a beautiful juicy berry opening with that blackberry and strawberry. This has got some white florals, some base notes like amber and vanilla and sandalwood. This is that berry juicy fragrance. It almost has like a, I want to say it has some kind of like lactonic gourmand note in here too, because I almost think it smells creamy. Okay, like creamy, like milky. So yeah, it's a gourmand fruity fragrance that will work in the fall time as well. I'm excited to wear it. Well, almost forgot one of the prettiest fruity fragrances that I absolutely love. You can see I put quite the dent into this. This is a fragrance that I love to wear in the fall time. It's kind of like a go out, night out, date night kind of fragrance. It's super sweet and very fruity. It has this juicy pear note in the opening that's absolutely feminine and delicious. There's a little bergamot in the opening too. I've actually sprayed this on my wrist. I can smell it so well. It projects quite nicely, lasts quite a long time. This has a leather note, you guys, that makes it super sexy. I think leather's in the middle, which makes it quite nice and strong. Like I said, it lasts and projects really well. There's loads of florals, different kind of pretty florals. And then you have like amber, a little bit of vetiver, loads of vanilla in the base. Amber and vanilla make it really sweet and beautiful in the base. Yeah, and of course musk. Any sexy fragrance has musk. Yeah, I'm wearing it and I can smell it. It's so pretty. Such a beautiful, feminine, juicy, kind of fruity, sweet, fruity fragrance. It's a very sweet, fruity, feminine fragrance. This is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle. So then I have two honorable mentions. They're only honorable mentions because they have been discontinued or they're very difficult to get a hold of. I mean, this one you can still get on Macy's, which is where I got it from. This is Jimmy Choo Exotic. This is the 2014 version. Now Exotic comes in two other versions, I think 2012 and 2016 too. Gosh, this is strong. This is just like the original, super strong. The original is kind of fruity too, not kind of, it's very fruity. But it's got a lot of patchouli, so it kind of overpowers the fruitiness, whereas this one is very, very fruity. This one's got juicy fruity notes like raspberry, blackberry. This has got a passion flower note. This is got some other florals, I think orchid, some citruses, some patchouli, but mainly it's very strongly fruity. Lots of fruity notes. That patchouli is strong in here, but it's not like an earthy patchouli, but rather makes the fragrance, well, it is earthy patchouli, but it doesn't smell dirty, okay? But it's very strong. It makes the fragrance potent. Very, very, very strong fragrance. Very strong fruity fragrance. Perfect for fall or summer nights, but I would say cold weather. It's better for cold weather. It's super strong. It will choke people if you wear it. Dare to wear it in the summertime. This is Jimmy Choo Exotic 2014. And then I have this beauty, Marc Jacobs Decadent. This is a very plummy, fruity fragrance. Oh my gosh. And people, oh God, it really upsets me when people say this smells like pickle juice. People, oh goodness, no. There is something strong in the opening when you spray it that you can smell. I feel like maybe it comes from the papyrus notes, but I don't think so. I know what they are trying to say when they say pickle juice. It's only in the opening, but you guys, it immediately disappears and it settles into this immediately, like within seconds, into this plumminess. It's so plummy. This is the plummiest perfume ever. It's very plummy. Forget pickle juice. That is silly. Do not listen to people saying it smells like pickle juice. Yes, there is something odd in the opening. It has like a zesty opening that people are misinterpreting as pickle juice, but it lasts only like seconds and it turns into this plummy goodness. It's got beautiful florals like jasmine, you know, rose and stuff. And then there is, what do you call it, papyrus. So even though in the opening you smell the whatever that pickle juice thing, it seems like it's an opening note, but it could be coming from the base. You never know. I don't know, but it doesn't last. It's so well blended then that you can smell the base right in the opening too. But it's so well blended, but whatever that weird thing is, it disappears and it doesn't last very long. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's the papyrus and the other woody mossy note that gives that whatever people are calling pickle juice in the opening. I think there's something in the opening and they haven't revealed that's giving that whatever zesty opening, but it disappears immediately. Yeah, really love this. It's been discontinued, so it's an honorable mention. So Jimmy Choo, Exotic, and these are honorable mentions. So that's it, you guys. Those are the juicy, fruity Gourmand fragrances that I will be wearing this fall. They will perform well in the cold weather. They will stand up to the colder fall. And most of them have that like thick Gourmand vibes, like the nice, strong, potent Gourmand vibes that work really well in the fall time. They are better, in my opinion, for fall than they are for winter. These are very nice fragrances to wear in the fall time. Still have a little bit of that summer memories, you know, but Gourmand fall, like Gourmand dense, thick, more strong, heavy hitters. So let me know down in the comment section, what are your favorite fall time heavy hitter fruity fragrances to wear? I would love to hear what you're wearing. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please take a second to subscribe. It helps me out a lot when you subscribe, and click the notification bell for all notifications so you will never miss any of my videos. Otherwise, you will miss my videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. I would love to have you guys follow me there as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in my next video.